Okay, so we're going to talk through Act 1, Scene 7 of Macbeth. You're going to need your extract booklet in front of you so you can make notes as we go. So this is a soliloquy, which means that the actor playing Macbeth is on stage alone at the time, and he is relating his innermost thoughts to the audience. And he says, he's reflecting on the possibility of murdering Duncan. He says, if we're going to do it, if it were done when it's done, it needs to be done quickly. So he knows he's got to act quickly. And this idea of acting before too much reflection also comes up before the murders of Banquo and Macduff's family. And he says, well, if this act is the be all and end all, if this is the end of it, then it would be fine. But in reality, he knows that it won't be. There's going to be consequences for what he does. He says that if he acts, then these bloody instructions, which being taught, will return to plague the inventor. This means that his actions will return to haunt him. There's going to be consequences for what he does. If he kills the king, there will be consequences. He says that it's almost like you'd be drinking from your own poisoned chalice. So chalice is sort of an ornamental cup, and if it's a poisoned chalice, it's you're poisoning someone with something that looks like a gift. So although it might seem like a gift that he's going to become king if he kills Duncan, that actually in killing Duncan he's condemning himself, he's poisoning himself. And he starts to go through some of the reasons why he shouldn't kill Duncan. So he's in two minds here, essentially. He says, well, look, he's here because he trusts me. I'm his kinsman. I'm his subject. I'm also his host. So really, he says, I'm the sort of guy who should be shutting the door against his murderer rather than being the murderer himself. So he says it's almost perverse to be doing this. And then he goes into more detail. He says, look, this king is such a good person. He's so well liked by his subjects. He's so virtuous that if I do kill him, then the horrid deed will be blown in every eye. He's so well liked that everyone will mourn his death. There will be no escape from the truth because everybody will know. So unlike Lady Macbeth's blanket of the dark and the palthy and the dunnest smoke of hell, he says we won't be able to keep it hidden. But then finally, after all of this, he knows that overruling all of these things is his own ambition. And there's nothing that he can do to stop this ambition, which is powering all of his acts.